Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to everybody in the UK, and good evening to everybody in the Indian subcontinent and India. I am Aliasgar Punala from Hurix. I work with Hurix as a system architect. I specialize in mobile technologies like iOS, Android, and Windows Phone. I will be a host for today, and I'll be taking the session to mobile apps to augment revenues. So here is our agenda for today. I'll take you through a brief introduction to Hurix and our technology services which we provide. Then we'll have a quick survey. We'll talk about why we should go mobile and how it helps. Another quick survey, and then we'll come to our core topic for today, augmenting revenues in the industry lines, hospitality, healthcare, and logistics. We'll share a few ideas and a few smart solutions. We'll have a QA session at the end of it. Or you can post questions throughout the session, and I will answer them at the end of it. So Hurix is one of the leading digital content solution providers, pioneers in e-learning and technology solutions. Hurix has two flagship products, Kitabu and Dictera. We have a massive client base all over the world. Some of them are displayed on the screen. They are our trusted partners from the Fortune 500 companies. Hurix has also won a few awards, the Brendan Hall Award, uh, the Deloitte Technology Award, 25 Best E-Learning Companies, and 25 Most Promising QA Testing Services. So Hurix specializes in mobile application development. Um, we also develop websites and migrate old websites to the latest technologies which help making it device friendly and responsive. We specialize in business intelligence and analytics, which we believe is one of the most important factors in shaping the business and helping it grow quickly. Our capabilities also include building e-commerce and shopping portals. So we have capabilities in which we build games as well, casual games, one-screen fun games. Uh, the education industry is moving quickly towards gamification, which involves uh, playing games and learning together so that there is reinforced learning. All progress can be tracked in these games, in the gamified games, and achievements can be awarded once somebody has completed them. We also build board games, puzzles uh, in e-learning and other games in other domains as well. So a lot of companies in the industry of hospitality and architecture have brochures which we convert into digital brochures and then make them interactive and build them as apps on the mobile phone. So that helps in increasing the presence, and you always have the brochure on the go. It also helps us improve the client or the customer base, and hence pushes up sales and productivity. So Urix as a company also builds feedback systems. Employee feedback systems, student and teacher feedbacks are some of the examples. So it saves a lot of manpower in building these systems, uh, and it's all automated. We also build messaging and collaboration solutions which help people ask real-time questions and they get answers to them immediately. So these are specially used in the logistics and hospitality industries. We have a lot of experience in building these systems, and we have seen over time that it helps in increasing revenues. So Hurix has been creating apps and mobile solutions since a very long time. We are specialists in this domain, and we help in creating wow applications for our clients. We have specialists who are experts in design and user experience, and we have the skill to build these apps over multiple platforms, and we also build cross-platform apps which have a single code base and can be published over the different platforms which we use today. So we'll have a quick survey in which you can tell us whether you come from a technical background or a non-technical background like sales and marketing. So we'll wait for some time till all the polls come in and then move on and till we have the results. So it looks like most of us come from a marketing and sales background, and we have very few technical people attending it today. Uh, so moving on, why should we go mobile? So mobile is a booming industry today. Most of the users are doing everything from the mobile device. So moreover, the mobile first strategy motivates everybody to use the mobile applications. This increases sales, and it also has a lot of real-time intelligence with analytics. It helps us really tab into the new business opportunities. Uh, so we have a lot of freedom in building these apps. We build these apps basis the uh, new trends in the market, and when it comes to workforce, we can really manage the workforce with respect to logistics apps from a remote place. So it makes the world very small. So how it helps? So experience is the key in this. So experience has a twofold meaning over here, in which uh, the experience to the user should be very nice, so they come back and they really use our apps uh, again and again. And the other part of the experience as developers is that we should know what the market is like so that we have the experience and we can build the apps accordingly. So most of these apps are driving the cultural change, which means that people were using traditional modes of communication like websites, phone lines. You probably would like to contact an agent, but mobile phones has made that redundant. So that's the cultural change which it brings in, which helps or enables everybody to do things right off the device very quickly. So from a company perspective, uh, this is a very low cost entry in which it doesn't cost much to get into the mobile space to build those apps and the platforms, but it may be it's a risk. It may work, it may not work, but it's worth taking that risk. So the cost involved is not very high. You can boost your sales and revenues to a different level, and basically the business users or the people uh, who are using the mobile phones for business are driving that change. They want everything over the mobile, and they can do it on the fly, which really creates that shift. So mobile enables all these services on demand very efficiently, and hence it's worth going mobile and taking everything mobile, and it also helps in uh, enhancing revenues and sales. So we'll have another quick survey to really understand which of the industry lines all the attendees come from. Great. We have the results for that, for this poll, and we'll go through each of these line of industries and discuss or have some ideas on how we can augment revenues for these line of industries. So we start with logistics. So this is a simple um, way in which logistics can be done through a mobile. So we have users who can, or end clients or customers who can request or buy something from a mobile, and basically they are asking you to make a delivery at the address supplied from the mobile phone itself. So you buy something, the order is sent, and they select a delivery date, and they are sent the tracking information for the product they have bought, which enables them to know where the product is at the moment, where it is going to reach, and when it's going to be delivered, and whether it's going to be delivered on time or not. So the new thing that we can do in the field of logistics is to give end customers discounts, custom trackers, uh, the nearest drop-off and pick-up point for those locations, special offers, and that will increase the flow of the customers coming or buying from that site. So a delivery order is made available from a mobile device, and people are looking for uh, the best offers they can get. over the mobile. Uh, the other way to enhance or augment revenues and increase customers is to have that app published on all the major platforms uh, of the mobile. So that's iOS, Android, and the Windows Phone. So when customers are really buying or really ordering for stuff which is expensive and delicate, uh, they feel good about buying the product from that portal when there are operators or a support which calls them and uh, tells them that the order is on the way, it's safe, it's coming by, and it will be delivered on time. That reduces the panic among the customer and also ensures that they will get the right product and in a good and safe condition. So not many companies are having these operators and feedback systems associated with their portals, and that's going to be one of the change which is going to come in the future to really take this experience to the next level. So the other part of the logistics, so what we spoke about earlier was for the end users. Now we'll talk about logistics from a workforce perspective. So what happens uh, when the workforce part of the logistics is automated is that you're reducing a lot of costs and optimizing processes in the company. So it also helps in reducing a lot of paperwork, getting things done quickly since it's automated. Uh, there are automated workflows which control all the material, and it also keeps records of what is coming in versus going out. So the complete logistics and the supply chain with respect to the procurement, etc., is recorded very systematically. Once the product is shipped to the end user, it can be tracked by the company and the workforce as to where it is. Uh, what you can do is also calculate the best possible routes or the routes to supply or to uh, deliver the product to the end customer. And these systems also help in taking into account the possible factors with weather conditions and other things to schedule a delivery. So moving on to the healthcare industry, um, we are in an age where the healthcare industry has immense paperwork and they ain't moving to the digital way because they have a doubt on whether the information will be secured, etc. So information is always carried as paperwork by the patient to the doctor, and information is not accessible to the doctor in terms of their history or medical history, etc. So what mobile apps can do in the healthcare industry is making all the information digital and also securing it to a point where it cannot be shared with the other people in the outside world or with other doctors who are not concerned. Um, from an end user perspective, it can send notifications to the patients for routine health checkups, and we can also have other promotional content which can be pushed from a checkup perspective to really help them keep themselves fit. What we can also use in the healthcare industry is face recognition to really secure the data, and it's a very good technique in which we can secure data. So it uses some bit of augmented reality, and it works well. So we'll discuss that on the next slide. So facial recognition. It, as I said previously, it increases security. It's not like a generic fingerprint recognition where the success rates are not as high, and we get a lot of failure. It can be integrated easily with any system, and moreover, it uh, a lot of sharing data with unauthorized people, and it takes care of the security which is needed from a patient-doctor perspective. So how it works is that a photograph of the is taken of the patient or the doctor for for logging in, um, and plotting of the geometry of the face is done using a grid. So once this grid is formed, it stores these points as an algorithm, and it becomes very efficient and a small piece of data to be stored into the computer. So once, so if the doctor or the patient is trying to log into the system, it just reads the face, plots the geometry, and lets you sign in. So the success rate is very high, as I mentioned in the earlier slides. And what it does is, it it has no room for uh, and faking somebody's identity from a facial perspective. It's very difficult to simulate somebody else's face to really hack into those uh, IDs. The other industry we are talking about is the hospitality industry. Uh, we have a lot of people who are travel enthusiasts, and they're making a lot of inquiries through mobile and tablets. A lot through tablets. You can see the increase of the inquiries from a tablet, 180%. As you see, the traditional way of inquiries through desktop computers has fallen by 4%. So most people are really using the mobile phone, and they're accessing all the media, which is photos, videos, and virtual tour consumptions uh, through the mobile phone and the tablets. So you'll see that it's 30% higher on the mobile phones than it is on the desktop computers. So all these travel enthusiasts who are looking for good deals and good rates, good prices, are looking at it from a multiple device perspective. So if you have these special discounts or uh, flash sales over your mobile phones and tablets, uh, these uh, these people are likely to use the system and visit again because they know they're going to get the right deal uh, on the portal, which is pushing these notifications and special offers on the mobile phone versus the website. So here is a small solution again on how to enhance revenues using micro GPS. So we have a lot of restaurants in the neighborhood, and we would probably have them mapped on the Google Maps. So micro GPS can be used to check if the potential customer has gone into the uh, competitor's restaurant, and once he has gone into the competitor's restaurant, he gets a push notification of the restaurant whose app is installed on his device, saying that if he wishes to lunch or dine at that exact time or within that stipulated time, like an hour or half an hour, he would get a lot of discount on his meal, and that would help him or her to really change their mind and walk out of the restaurant they are in and go into the restaurant which has sent them the push notification of the offer. So the customer would leave the current restaurant, walk into the restaurant which sent them the notification, avail the discount, and have a good meal. So this is how you could really enhance your revenues by huge margin by really stealing somebody else's uh, customer in the right way. The other thing in the hospitality industry is using augmented reality again. Uh, we have everything tagged and located on the maps, and as they say, Google pretty much knows where everything is located. Moreover, it's a very intuitive way of interacting with uh, what you're looking for, and when end customers are uh, looking at your app and using the augmented reality, it basically, the perception is different when they're using augmented reality. They think very high of your brand and product just because an augmented reality element is integrated with the app. So it's not very expensive to really integrate it. It's a lot cheaper than doing other uh, advertising and media on other platforms. Again, it works through a mobile or a wearable device, and moreover, the company who has developed the app has a lot of access to the analytics and the user trends on how they're using the app versus what they like and what they don't. So the engagement is pretty high, the experience is very rich, and it also helps in retaining the customers and making sure they come back. So how it works is, it's on the screen. Uh, you would just really switch on or enable the app, launch the app, and look for what you're looking into your mobile screen, and the augmented reality would tag everything it knows from a certain algorithm or a map which already has these things mapped. It will tell you what is located where and how to find it. So it has a very smart and immersive browsing experience. The other thing we notice these days is people are using their mobile phones while they are watching TV or doing something else. So you would be actually watching a football match and you would want to know more specific information on the player or what the statistics are and what the trends are. So that's another way you can use augmented reality to really market stuff. So there can be a hologram or a QR code on the TV, and the smart device, if that an app is developed, it can read it and it can really push in the information or discounts or announce events, giveaways. So people are using multiple devices at the same time, and that's one of the way where you can also publish targeted ads. So you are showing the user what exactly he wants to see, uh, rather than just showing a random ad. So this was some of the smart solutions we had, and how we could augment revenues in the line of hospitality, logistics, and healthcare. So if you have any questions, I can answer them for you. I haven't got any questions so far. Um, Thank you for attending the session, and these are my contact details.